comes to a passion for hunting, well, I would say my passion is for deer. Growing up in central Minnesota, this is what I love and this is what I grew up with. But now, well, it's time to step away from those Midwest roots, and my goal this season is to go after mule deer all across North America. Now, I have officially deemed this entire season the Year of the Mule Deer. I'm gonna be going after muleys all over, from Arizona to Colorado, Nebraska, Sonora, Mexico, you name it, I'm going after it, and it is gonna be an incredible journey. So buckle up, because the next couple episodes, we're gonna take you across North America, searching the regions for the majestic mule deer. First up, well, we're headed to the diverse area of the Kaibab National Forest in the northwestern part of Arizona. There are certain states that you get to go to and you are so excited. And you know what? The #1 place probably is Arizona. The reason why? It is so difficult to draw a tag. When you finally draw a tag after years and years, well, you know you are gonna have absolutely incredible hunting. I've decided to call this year the Year of the Mule Deer. I have some incredible mule deer hunts. And if you can see right behind me, we've got the Grand Canyon. I drew a tag for the Kaibab, which will just be on the rim of the Grand Canyon. It is gonna be phenomenal hunting. Took me 9 years, but I've got a ton of other great hunts as well. So it is gonna be an awesome season, and I hope I can get on some big mule deer, have tons of fun, and I know this hunt is gonna be absolutely incredible.
We're hunting right in the middle of the Kaibab Plateau in the northwestern portion of Arizona. This is one of the most sought after tags you can have in Arizona, and there's a large population of mule deer that hold some really quality bucks.
Well, I'm out here in Arizona. We're just getting ready for my hunt and I am so excited. There are huge mule deer here. I've been waiting 9 years and finally drew this Kaibab tag. We don't have a ton of time out here, but they've got some big bucks spotted. We're gonna be going up actually glassing this morning. Travis has a really good area, so a lot of this is just gonna be sitting up glassing, but there's huge bucks in this area and I can't wait. The weather is beautiful. We got great people around. It's gonna be a fun hunt.
Y'all ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's get after it.
Where are we headed? Right up to that one?
To the top of it.
Okay, I'll follow you.
Most of our hunting for these mule deer are gonna be done spot and stock. We're gonna do a lot of glassing, but this is a little bit different than most of the Arizona spot and stock. We tend to glass pockets and we're gonna keep moving. If the deer aren't there, we'll move to the next one, glass the next one, then we move to the next one until we find the deer that we're after.
See this canyon up here?
Mm-hmm.
There's another one on the other side of this hill. When that weather starts changing, the deer funnel down through here to the low country. You start
We're just
wintering
gonna
out here.
pinch right through this area.
Yeah, they'll winter down here in this low stuff.
You can see the trails through
Yeah,
there.
there's quite a bit of sign.
Yeah, not to mention you can see everything up there.
Well, I like it. You can watch those canyons. You can keep an eye on the low stuff. You got it all covered from up there.
Pretty sweet. What time of the year do they start moving and migrating right now?
Yeah, the weather starts getting cold, they start moving, especially when it starts snowing. Then they really get it on.
We don't have any snow in the forecast though, right?
No, not yet.
We're up here, we have got some big country that we got to the top here, and we have got miles and miles to glass. You can see Utah over there. It's just really cool up here. So we've got a beautiful area. Right now, nice weather. We've got a little bit of wind, but it's not too bad. So I think it should be good. If we get any nice bucks down there, we should be able to make a good stop.
Sportsman's Alliance, our heritage, our fight. Protecting hunting from coast to coast.
Did you know the Sportsman's Alliance has fought to open access to public lands and to protect those specific lands? They help make hunting a priority on national wildlife refuges and even sued the federal government last year to protect scientific predator management and hunting on those lands. Just another fun fact showing you how sportsmen and women are helping make a difference. When I I go to a new location, I've done my homework. I find places that have good animals. Hopefully the weather's gonna be good. I'm going during the right time of the year. But the one variable you never know about is what the people are necessarily gonna be like. And that very first morning, instantly I thought, I'm the luckiest person ever. We got Travis as a guide, and he's one of the nicest, most laid back, great hunters that you could ever ask for. Really, when I think of what I'm looking for in a guide, he's exactly it. He's someone that's smart about what we're doing, he doesn't get all worked up, and he's a hard hunter. And to me, that's huge. It's not just about the animals. I always say that. It's about the people you're with, and in this camp, I could tell we were gonna have a wonderful time.
So we hit the field to one of the points I really like to glass from, and we were finding plenty of deer from there, but just not the quality bucks that we were after. So we decided to go to another area that does tend to have bucks, and after a couple days of hunting, a lot of those bucks like to retreat to that area.
After really putting in our time in the field, one of the things we were realizing is this is a heavily forested area. When we were up high, we could see all that brush. The deer can literally disappear in it. Well, Travis had another idea. He had an area that was a big burn had gone through, and you really can pick out the mule deer, and for whatever reason, the deer love it in this area. Oh yeah, that back one?
Yeah, he's a pretty good buck.
Oh yeah, he is.
Even though this is a burn area and it's pretty open with a lot of deadfall, the undergrowth is really starting to come back. These aspen trees are coming back, and the deer are really seeking those for shelter and for feed. So the deer are really populated back in there again.
What do you think of him?
Oh, I like him. I'd like to get closer though.
Yeah, I think we need to back off and get around on him.
Now this deer is really nice. Definitely stands out from the rest. And as soon as I put my glasses on him, I thought, oh yeah, this is a shooter. But what can we do to get closer? So immediately Travis and I talked back and forth. We made a plan to go up and over. We had a good wind, and we were hoping we could just come right down on him.
There's a doe right there.
I can see her ears sticking up.
See the top of her back over that log?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think those bucks are just on the other side.
I think they're lower than them. The bucks are down a little bit lower. There's this doe, and there should be another doe up here with her.
By the time we got back to where we needed to pursue this deer, he ended up with some does, and we could see them feeding up the hill towards us.
We were just nice and patient, eased our way up, and then we saw that buck. So we ranged him 150 yards, and I thought, okay, this'll work. So I got on my sticks, put my crosshairs on.
Hit. He's hit. He's hit.
Oh, that is awesome.
I think that'll do.
I think you got him.
That is so good.
Nice shot.
And he was down for the count. And you know, walking up on a buck like this, it truly was amazing. I did not know he had all this extra. We've got stickers, extra points, just a massive
Check out that
buck.
velvet.
Velvet on there, nice brows. Holy smokes.
That is a nice deer.
That is better than I could have even hoped
Right
for.
on.
This wasn't just about this hunt. It was putting in that time. It was putting in for 9 years, coming out to a beautiful location like Arizona, making new friends, and now walking up on a beautiful deer. Now, when I got up to this deer though, it was better than I could have ever imagined. He had extra points, he had stickers coming off on both sides, and I was just in pure amazement. I could see the joy in Travis's face. We had all worked so hard, and when you come to a place, you can only hope for the best, and honestly, on this trip, it was better than I could have ever imagined.
It's the way we like to do it.
Yes, that is awesome.
This segment was brought to you by Boss Buck. For the most user-friendly and dependable feeder on the market, choose Boss Buck feeders. Now you're getting serious. Winchester Deadly Passion is presented by hard-hitting Easton Arrows, Golden Triangle Whitetail, Winchester, the American legend, National Deer Alliance, HHA Sports, the leader in single pin technology. Scent Killer Gold with Hunt Dry Technology Plus. Apply it, dry it, and go hunt. Rage Broadheads, leading the evolution in lethal technology. Convergent Hunting Solutions, where experience, innovation, and passion meet. Sportsman's Alliance, protecting hunting from coast to coast. Engel Coolers, the original high-performance cooler company. And Moose Utility Division, your leader in ATV, UTV accessories.
After an even better experience than I could have ever imagined in Arizona, well, I was grabbing my bow and heading north and west to Colorado to hunt with one of my good friends, Joey Menegatti of Story Creek Outfitters. A lot of mule deer hunting is spent glassing. You're looking up on high spots, trying to figure out what these deer are doing, trying to really figure out where they're going and make your stalk. Once they bed down, it can be super difficult because there's so many bucks in one area. Well, we were spotting them, we were going after, we were stalking them, we were getting in close, but we just weren't having the luck I was hoping for. We would try, and we'd have stalks bust. We'd have mule deer not be there. We'd get in close and we think, what did they do? Bury underground? How did they possibly escape? And sometimes that's just the way it works. From across the canyon, we saw that there were two nice bucks bedded. One was a 2x3, another nice 4x4. They bedded up close to this top, so we were just sneaking in. We got so close. We just were going a little bit too far past them. They got up. It was 80, 90-yard shots. Went right across. Just beautiful deer. We were so close. But just isn't working out yet. If I could shoot 80 yards, we'd probably be done, but I'm not shooting that far, so try to get back on them or find something new.
When you're spot and stalking mule deer, or really anything spot and stalk, very seldom do you go out there on your very first attempt and just make it happen. I mean, there's some guys that do, and you know, count your blessings, because normally you got to put your time in on spot and stalk, and wind whirling, several sets of eyes, you name it.
We tried everything, and we were getting a little bit frustrated. Usually, you get in, you have some close calls, and boom, you got your big buck. Well, on this one, it was a little bit more difficult, and we were putting in the time, putting in the miles, and we were seeing the big bucks. We just weren't quite getting close enough. Well, as time was winding down, we spotted a nice group of bucks.
You know, it's the same scenario we've had all week. These bucks getting this oaks and they're feeding on the acorns, and you just can't get in there and get a shot at them. So we got enough open country around here that is, hopefully if we can just get in there and get kind of tight and just keep working them, maybe they'll either bed down in there or maybe they'll come out and give us an opportunity.
So we were kind of circling around this area, trying to make sure the wind is right, trying to figure out how many deer were in there. And finally, we saw an opening where it looked like they were headed. We got there and we got stuck in the wide open. I'm talking in the wide open, and suddenly those bucks start coming across. First buck, 50 yards. Okay, perfect. The smaller buck comes through first. That way we know the range, everything's ready. And that big 4x4 that we were after comes through. I got to full draw. Made the shot, and we had a beautiful mule deer down. Goodness, he is huge. You know what I love about mule deer? I swear they get bigger when you get up to them.
That's a good looking deer.
Holy cow.
Oh yeah.
Well, walking up to this one, the frame, it was just an incredible deer. I was so happy and had so much fun. Yes! I'm so happy.
Good job.
Wow. I think this is one of my biggest mule deer I've ever taken. And when he's in velvet, I mean, he's got great mass, just a stud buck.
Winchester Deadly Passion is presented by Winchester, the American legend. Matthews Archery. Field and Stream, where traditions begin. ScoutLookWeather.com. Download the free Scout Look hunting app for your smartphone. Rangemaster Trailers, luxury gone rugged. Master Hand Milling, revolutionizing the range. Reinhardt, the best archery targets in the world. Garmin, enhance your outdoor adventures. Winchester, the American legend. S4 Gear. Binodoc, what a cup holder should be. SCI, first for hunters. EOTech, transform your arsenal. Waterhole, create water sources that attract and hold wildlife. And Boss Buck, for the most user-friendly and dependable feeder on the market. Now you're getting serious. This segment was brought to you by SCI, protecting hunters' rights and promoting wildlife conservation. SCI is first for hunters, but first can't stay first without you. Join like your way of life depends on it.
The truth is, Colorado never disappoints, and this trip lived up to all the hype. However, with the season getting shorter by the day, I knew it was time to head even further north and east to Nebraska, right in the middle of the Sandhills, to hunt with my good friends Scott and Jeremy Kewen of Deer Meadows Outfitters. One of the things that you always are going to do a lot of when you're spot and stock hunting is you are going to put on the miles. So much time is spent glassing, but sometimes when you're not seeing game, you just got to get in there and get after it. So what we'll usually do is put the wind in our favor and just slowly stalk along. And all of a sudden, we see antler tips. And that's usually what you're going to see. You're not going to see the entire deer. Usually most of these muleys are bedded during the day. It's still warm. They're in bachelor groups. So we saw antler tips and we just froze. We thought, perfect, this is awesome. We slowly stalked in closer and closer and closer, and we made it to where we wanted to be, and that buck was not moving. So we decided to just wait him out. We thought eventually he'll stand, and we're waiting and waiting, and I'm getting nervous. And then I kind of forget about it, and suddenly he hops up and he knew we were there. That one's so awesome. We sat this buck out. He was at 40 yards. He tried to get down. He had no idea what we were. I was able to get to full draw right while he's looking at me. Almost was settled in on my pin. It's windy out here. My bow's kind of moving around right as I was getting ready. He ended up leaving, but he's a big buck. These guys have had him on trail camera. Oh, that was fun.
That was fun. That was close. That was close for the first day.
Oh, we're trying to just go for this stock anyway. We don't have a lot of time, but it is nearly impossible. These bucks are bedded at the top of a hill. They can see everywhere. They've got the wind in their favor. We just keep looping around, trying to get wide, trying to find somewhere to get in on them, but they've bedded in an amazing spot. We're doing everything we can. We're trying, but I don't see a very good way. And we just kept moving in closer and closer. Probably some of the most aggressive hunting I've ever done. And we got so close. I actually thought it was gonna work. And all of a sudden we busted one and the entire group went out. Now when I say group, I'm not talking 4 or 5 bucks. I am talking more bucks than I have ever seen in my life, all exiting the opposite direction of me. Never a good thing, never a good thing. But you know what? It was our last day. We knew it was bold moves. We knew we were hunting aggressive, and it didn't work out. But to be up on top, to see all those deer running away, what an incredible experience. So many mule deer and so many eyes. Sure, it's disappointing to not get an animal, but the good news is my year of the mule deer was just getting started, and I knew that I would be back.